Hey guys, I'm Lauren from My Something Beautiful Life, and please tell me that you guys are just as excited about all of these things as I am. Every year for the Life Planner launch, there are some things that we have just come to expect will be released with the new planners. Things like sticker books, the sticky notes, new dashboards, all of that fun stuff. And we're still getting a lot of those same things that we would normally expect, but this year they have actually just blown my mind with some of the new things that they're releasing. And by this point, I'm guessing that most of you have already seen the interior designs of the new planners, since they did sneak them a couple weeks ago. But today we get to dive deep into everything, and I'm just so excited that we finally get to show you all the details. And just to let you know, I did receive these products for free from Erin Condren to be able to share them with you. This year I do have two different planners to show you. I have the classic vertical in 7x9, and this is the Inspire interior design, which is so pretty. And the second planner that I have for you is the A5 Daily Duo in Wildflowers. I also have a lot of accessories and new products to show you, but I'm going to show you the planners first because, let's face it, that's the main event. I really love this year's interior designs. I think they just did an amazing job, and these planners are gorgeous. So first off, on the inside, you can see that the inside covers has that new layout. I'm guessing many of you have probably already seen this, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But yeah, I really like this. I'm glad that they did a little upgrade, and I'm excited to see how people start using this. And then of course we have a beautiful vellum page right at the beginning, which decoratively, I think this is one of my favorite aspects. I love that they put the vellum in the beginning of it. We have our quote page. And then of course the yearly calendar. What's interesting to me about this page is that there's actually no design on it. I don't reference this page a whole lot, and so it doesn't make a lot of difference to me. I just thought it was interesting that for such a bright, colorful design, there's nothing on these two pages. All right, and then we have this page that has the 6 boxes, and that does have the pattern across the top, but it is pretty minimal compared to some years. Like last year with color blends, it took up like the entire page, which I love color blends, and so I thought that was fine. But I know that some people wanted it a little bit more minimal, and so this is a little bit more subtle for those that just don't want a solid colored page. And then we get right into the months. So of course you have a notes page before the month starts. I love these tab pages. I think all of them throughout the planner are just really pretty. They're all unique, which I'm really impressed with, that they went to so much effort as to make all of the pages different. And I don't just mean like with the colors and the quotes, but all of the paint strokes through them are all different too. And I'll flip through more of them in a minute. But I thought that was really interesting that they're so unique. It's not just the same pattern repeated throughout the whole planner. And I absolutely love how the monthly layouts turned out. They did a really good job of being true to the Erin Condren colors that are on the tabs. These are the standard colors that we've been seeing for years, and I love how they used the paint strokes and incorporated other colors into it while still staying true to the color that's here. And then also on this dashboard page, which we still have, you'll probably see throughout the planner that there's actually a lot that's the same from last year. In fact, aside from the design, I think this layout is actually exactly the same as it always has been. I do know with the hourly planner, there was a little bit of a change to the weekly page, but the vertical layout in this one is actually just the same as it has been. So if this is something that's working for you, then no need to worry because there's been no change to it. But again, and I'm probably going to say this 100 times in this video, I just think this is so pretty the way they did it. I love that it kind of overlaps in the boxes, just enough to give you a little color, but it doesn't feel overwhelming. In fact, it's kind of actually more muted than it is on some of the other pages. This one's really dark and it's a lot more faded here. And then we have the weekly pages, which, like I said, they're the same. I really love these weeks when they switch between months, just because I like seeing the two different colors from the different months on the page. So you can see there's the end of June, and then it starts in July, and then it just switches fully over into the July color. This is just such a classic layout, and so I'm really glad that they just kept it the same. And you're not really going to find a lot of surprises in this planner. I think the design's beautiful, but that's pretty much the extent of what I have to show you for this planner in particular. I'm not going to actually flip through every month because that would probably take years. but I am just really happy with how this planner turned out. The colors are beautiful, and I just love how the new designs, they always just feel fresh. I just love it. I'm loving looking through this planner. Okay, so then we're gonna skip down to the end. So then after December, there's the last page. And so you just get a few notes pages here in the back. There's a tab for it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you get 10 notes pages. And then you have the list of heritage and awareness observances. You have the keep in touch page and the future planning page. And then of course at the end we have our stickers, which also are just so beautiful and just match perfectly. My favorite ones are always these happy birthday stickers, and this year you can actually see like the paint strokes in them, which is really cool. And while we're talking about stickers, I wanted to tell you about one of the accessories that they offer. You can actually buy additional sheets of the stickers that are in the back of your life planner. They come in a pack just like the ones that you get. Every sheet is the same. It's just not punched. And the same is true for the A5. So all of the 7x9 planners come with 4 sheets of stickers, and they are the 7x9 size. The A5 each come with 2 sheets of stickers, and obviously they're A5. So if you love the stickers that are in one of the planners that's not the planner that you're getting, then you can actually just purchase the stickers separately and have them to use and decorate your planner with. And I didn't mention it before, but this planner was actually designed, or the pattern of it was designed by EttaVee. I am a huge fan of her paintings. I love the other designs that she's done for Erin Condren, and I was so excited that she got to do the designs for this planner. Okay, in the back we have a pocket as usual, and inside of it is all of the little goodies that you normally get with your life planner purchase. They used to put them in like a little plastic bag, and I don't think they're doing that this year apparently. They're just in the pocket in the back. But you get 3 little compliment cards, which are so pretty. They look more like the color blends, which I'm totally fine with because I love color blends too. And I'm actually kind of sad that they don't sell compliment cards separately anymore. They used to make a whole packet of them that they would sell every year with the new designs. So I'm kind of sad that they stopped doing that because I really love compliment cards, but I'm glad that they still included them in the new planners. And then you have this little welcome card that just talks about the life planner. And this one actually has 2 20% off coupons on the back. All of the codes are individual, so I'm not going to flip it over, but you can trust me, there's 2 coupon codes on the back of here. That can go back in the pocket. And then the last thing in here is the perpetual calendar, which is again something that they have been putting in their planners for a long time. And these can be useful for a lot of different things, not just for keeping track of dates, but you could also use them as a gratitude journal or like a 1 line a day journal, something like that. So there's lots of different ideas that you can use these for. You can kind of be creative. I love that they still include that too. And then there's the back of the planner. The bright colors of this are just making me so happy. I really love it. And like, look at that coil. Isn't that amazing? This is one of the things that just blew my mind when I saw it for the first time. I mean, did you even know that was possible? I couldn't have even guessed that that is something that they would have been considering to do. It was just total surprise when I saw that for the first time. And I just love it so much. And actually, before I move on from this planner, I want to show you one of the new accessories. I'm so excited about these. They are snap-in dashboards that you can customize yourself. Each one has a pocket on the front and on the back. They're double-sided. And it's got a sheet of thick plastic in between. It actually feels a lot like the plastic that's on the rulers. I mean, I think it's identical. I think it's the exact same plastic that's on these. It's just a really thick, nice plastic, and it comes in a set of 3, and they have top tabs on them, which I'm so excited about. If you know anything about my obsession with the mini snap-in bookmarks, you'll probably just understand how much I love having dividers in my planner. I don't know exactly why. It just makes using a planner so much easier for me when I can easily flip to the pages that I need to get to and know exactly where everything is. It almost is like it makes it feel like less work to use a planner. I hate flipping through pages trying to find which one I'm looking for. And this is one of those things, I want to say I didn't know that I needed it, but honestly I did know that I needed it. I just didn't realize it was even a possibility of something they would or even could create. And making it double-sided like this actually is even better. It's like they took care of multiple functions that I would have loved to have in my planner, and they put them all into one accessory. So a few years ago, I actually made this for my A5. It's punched for a rings planner. And I just made it with like laminating sheets, but I wanted it where I could take my routine checklist and just slide it in and out. If I can even get it out now. It's kind of tight, but that was the whole point of this, was I wanted something that I could change. Like if my routine changed, I could print it out again and just do a whole new one and not just have to remake the dashboard. And that's one of the things I love about this, is because I can put in my routine on here. And these actually have a surface that will work with the wet erase markers. So you can slip your routines or any other checklist in here, mark it off as you go, and then just erase it and start over and not have to do a whole new one every time. But it's still easy enough to switch it up when that routine or that list, whatever it is that you're putting in here, when that changes, you can always just take it out and add in a new paper. And I'll be honest, this is probably one of my favorite accessories from this launch. I'm so excited about this. This just makes my little planner heart happy. You can also use them to put your stickers inside. These are some of the old stickers from Color Blends last year, and I think I actually have some other ones. Yeah, the In Bloom ones are back there. But these little A5 sticker sheets work really well in here. There's actually a lot of sticker sheets that would fit well in this. It is a pretty big pocket. So like your normal ones that you buy from Etsy and stuff, they should all fit in here too. So just so you know, it also works really good for holding your stickers if you just need some extra pocket space. The one downside I do want to mention is that these are kind of bulky. So with this planner in particular, this is the 18-month planner, and it's already pretty tight on this coil. And when I put these in it too, it was really chunky. Not impossible, but it does make it really thick. So that's just something to keep in mind. I don't know how it will compare to the 12-month planner size coil, but at least here with the 18-month one, it was kind of a tight fit to get all of these inside the planner too. And from what I understand right now, these are only available in the 7x9 size, so they will work in 7x9 planners and also in the 8.5x11 planners. I'm really hoping that they come out with them for not just the A5 coils, but also for the A5 rings. I think that would be amazing if they did that. I'm hoping that they expand that in the future, because these are just so cool. And so just to show you what they look like inside, you can just snap them in just like the snap-in rulers. It does go all the way up and down. I almost wish that they didn't have so many places to snap it in, like if they just did it in segments, but it will keep it really secure. I'm thinking this would be better in a spot where you don't need to switch it out very often, like on the monthly. Maybe even on the monthly dashboard page would be a good place. I don't know if I would want to move this every week, although it's certainly possible. I'm also hoping it's kind of like the snap-in bookmarks and the dashboards, where the more you use them, the easier it gets to put them in. These actually already come out pretty easily. They don't seem to stick very much. But I am hoping that once they kind of get broken in, that they are a little bit easier to snap in. It seems like they are, because even from the time when I did it the first time to when I just did it a second ago, that did seem a little easier. So my guess is that they will kind of get a little bit more flexible as you use them. These are something I am definitely so excited about though. Okay, let's look at the daily planner. And then the next planner that I have to show you is the A5 Daily Duo. And I forgot to mention this before, but all of the planners do come with this snap-in ruler. The Daily Duo actually comes with 2 of them. Each book has one. And my 7x9 vertical also came with one. It just wasn't attached to the cover anymore, but it had one too. And as you can see, this does come in 2 books, hence the name Daily Duo. Because there's so many pages, they had to split it up between 2 different books. So each book covers 6 months. And what you should know about the covers is that you get to pick the cover on one of the books. The second book will come with this cover, or the cover that corresponds to the design that you chose. So if you choose Inspire, it will come with a cover that's similar to the one that was on my Inspire planner, or Canvas. It will have the Canvas cover on it. That's what they've done in the past, and so I assume that's what they're still doing. And so here I have the pretty metallic one. It just has these little speckles that are foiled, plus the personalization at the bottom, and you can have whatever you want there in that spot. This one is not foiled, it's just the simple flower design, which I'm just so obsessed with. I think this is really pretty. But I just love the soft florals and the watercolor type look to it. I just think it's really beautiful. So this book goes from July to December, and then this one starts again in January of 2024 and goes through June of next year. So I'm just gonna flip through one of these because they're pretty much identical on the inside except for the dates. And of course I think the monthly tabs are different. They usually are. So inside here we have the vellum, and it just has this little asterisk pattern, which I think is really pretty. I'm pretty sure this is actually the same pattern that's inside the Canvas planner. It's a really soft and delicate pattern, and so I think it does actually work really well with the wildflower design too. The Daily Duo is a little different because you don't get a quote page in the beginning. You do get the 12 boxes, and you get 6 months of a calendar in the front with some note space at the bottom too. And then here you actually have all of 2024, and then it just goes straight into your months. Similar to Flora, each of the months has a certain flower that's kind of the flower of that month, which I just think they're also pretty. And there's November and December. And then you can also see it on the inside of the month pages. It actually just has it right here on the top, so it's definitely not an overwhelming pattern. I think when they release these planners that have the muted color tabs, it's almost meant to be somewhere in between a neutral and the colorful. They're often very simple layouts, but then they still have some color in them too. And this page I just think is so pretty. You can see the flower pattern in the background behind it, but all of the boxes are still just white, so it doesn't impede on your writing at all. I just thought that was a really unique way to do it, and I just love the way it turned out. And then here's what the daily pages look like. And just like in the vertical planner, the main planning space, in this case the daily pages, are the same as they have been in previous years. And I'm so excited that they again brought back the extra note page at the end of the week. I just think this is really valuable space when you have a daily planner, because even if you're used to planning daily, I think it's so important to have some sort of space that you can use all week, whether it's a running to-do list or an overview of your week or something else entirely different. I mean, it could be budgeting or serve some other purpose. I'm always a fan of notes pages though, and so I was definitely excited that it was still there. And all of your days in the daily planner go between 6 a.m. and 7 p.m. and then there's an extra line down here at the bottom. You have a to-do list and then some blank space, and you have this little monthly calendar. Okay, and then at the end of this, I really don't think there's a whole lot. I don't think they do notes pages. Let's see, where does the month end? Okay. All right, so you have the Sunday here that the year ends on. You get the notes page that would normally come after the Sunday. You have a notes page here, some space here. Here are the Heritage and Awareness observances. And then it just goes into the stickers. So you don't have a whole lot of note space in this one, but you do get the notes page every week. So I think that makes up for it, because that's actually way more notes pages than there would be if they were just at the end of the planner. And I find them a whole lot more useful spread throughout the weeks than I would having them all at the back anyway. Moving on to the stickers. So here are the beautiful wildflower stickers. And as per usual, they just match the colors of the planner. And just like with the Inspire ones that I showed you earlier, you can purchase these stickers separately if you just want more of them. And then in the back, we have a folder here. This one actually doesn't have anything in it, but it is in the other one. So in the second book, this is where you have your perpetual calendar and your coupons and your compliment cards. All of that is inside the second one. So if you do order this and you don't see it inside one, it will be inside the other one. All right, let's go through the accessories. One of the most notable new accessories is probably this new folio. I haven't heard for sure, but I have a feeling that this is replacing the neoprene folios. It's made out of kind of a canvas material, and it does have a zipper that goes all the way around. These will be available in the Inspire design, Wildflowers, and Canvas. And you can choose this color binding. They have a dusty rose, and then this is slate blue, and then there's also a black. And I think they might be customizable right here. I'm not totally 100% sure on that, but I think I did hear that they are customizable. So they have the zipper that goes all the way around, which I love that because it just keeps everything contained. Nothing will fall out. And on the inside, you have one of my favorite things, which is a lot of pockets. I feel like these pockets are really thought out too, because they made them so things like the sticker books can actually fit in there really well. It's a perfect fit, and I don't think that was an accident. It will actually also fit in these pockets back here. It gets a little bit more snug. This one's a little bit looser than the top one, and it does go in, and it does still go into this one, but that one's really tight, but it does fit in there if that's where you needed to carry it. Now I'm gonna struggle to get it back out. Anyway, it does go in there, and I think over time it would probably stretch out a little bit and fit better, but I love that they made it to fit things like this. And because it's one of my favorites, I also tried the petite planners in here. They do not fit in these pockets. It's a little too small for that. You could put it back here. I think that actually kind of bulks it up weird. I mean, it fits and it could work. I just don't like how this like pops up right here. But this back pocket right here, it actually works really well in. And then you can just take your planner and you just slide the back cover in this slot right there. And you can have your petite in there as well as your regular planner, your sticker book, all of that can go in here. So I'm going to take out this. There's one little thing I want to show you. So this is an 18-month planner, and this is a little snug in here. It will fit, it will zip up, but like if you just close it, it pops open a little bit. It doesn't stay fully closed. But if you just push it down, it does zip fairly easily. It's not a huge problem. And it doesn't really seem like it's stretching the folio. Like, I think it's meant to fit the 7x9. I think they did plan it too. Just because it is a little tight, you may not be able to fit all of the accessories that you want to on this inside pocket. That may prevent it from closing. But if you just had some flat things, even the sticker book should be fine. Then it's still totally going to work. And I think if you had a 12-month planner or the Daily Duo, it should be just fine. In fact, I took the, let's see, let me grab it. I tried it with the A5 Daily Duo. Now this is the cover for the 7x9, obviously. And they do have one for the A5. But just to show you the thickness with the Daily Duo in here, the 6-month book for the Daily Duo is thinner than the 18-month planner. And so that really fits in with no problems whatsoever. And so I imagine that the regular 12-month planner, or if you have the 7x9 Daily Duo, both of those should be just fine in here without any issues. But if this is something that you're going to be using regularly and you don't want it to be tight, you may want to consider getting a 12-month planner instead of the 18-month, just to give you a little bit more extra room on the inside. But if that doesn't bother you, the 18-month does totally fit in here. This was another one of those accessories that just kind of took me by surprise. I'm really happy with this, and all of the new designs are so pretty. I don't know if they're going to be expanding it to other designs soon or if they'll have it in some of their existing cover patterns, but I do know for sure that it is in the Inspire, the Wildflowers, and the Canvas design. And while we are talking about the sticker book, I figured I would show that to you too. Look how pretty this cover is. Like, I really love this Inspire pattern. This sticker book is pretty similar to the ones that we've seen in the past. It's a lot of the same types of stickers that we normally get. They just all have the fun Inspire pattern, and I love these. These ones are on washi type paper, and I think these are just so pretty. They're just going to be so much fun. Then you have some boxes, some bigger boxes, and there's lots of foiling throughout the whole book, and it will rotate between silver, gold, and rose gold. So you get all different types. There's some words, some more boxes. I don't remember if this is a new shape from last year. We have some little checklist ones. I love these checklist ones. And then the last sheet of decorative. And again, this one is also the washi paper. I think all the other ones are just regular sticker paper, but these ones are washi, so they're a little bit more transparent. But anyway, I think this is just a really pretty sticker book. I'm so excited about it. I love the sticker books in general. I love it when I have stickers that are specifically made to match my planner. I don't do a whole lot of decorating with sticker kits, and so having just little stickers I can put in that make it more fun, that's just more my style. As you can see here, I have a whole lot of new accessories to show you, but first I actually have one more planner. This is the new Petite Monthly Planner, and this is actually probably one of the Petite planners I use the most. I love these so much. I've been using it to track a lot of things at work, but there's just so many different ways you can use this, because inside you have 18 months of just monthly calendars. It goes from July of this year all the way through December of 2024. And I just love that they brought the EttaVee Inspire pattern to the top of each of these monthly pages too. And then after you get to December, you just have some notes pages, which just makes this such a good planner for different kinds of projects, or if you just need a little bit of planning space, like if you just need the monthly calendars, but then you have all this extra room just for whatever else might go on that you need to keep track of or for reference. So this is definitely one of my favorites, and I'm so excited. Plus, look how pretty this is. I love the purple. Purple's my favorite color to begin with, so it's not hard to convince me, but I just love it so much. And then I also want to show you this new bag. So these canvas bags aren't new to Erin Condren. They've had them before, but here's the new one with the EttaVee pattern, which is really pretty. I actually haven't had one of these in the canvas material before. I've been using this one that has kind of this, is it nylon? I don't know, but this more of a silky, kind of plasticky feeling material. And I really love these. They've come in very handy for keeping my pens separated. I'm a bit of a micro organizer, and so I like to separate my pens by what type they are so I know what I'm looking for. You can see I have a bunch of pens in here. So I really love the accordion pouches for keeping those separated, but the canvas just takes it to a whole new level. I love the feel of this. It's such good quality. The zippers are so nice. They work really well. And one thing that's really cool about this size, like this is a larger one compared to these little accordion pouches. This one has more pockets in it. This one only has the 3, but I love that with the bigger size, you can just hold larger items. So for instance, the Petite Planner, they actually fit really well inside this pouch. And you still have room for pens or stickers, like washi tape can go in it. And you could actually keep your entire planning system in this bag and have it all separated and organized. And I think this would just be a really cool way to do it. If you just need like 1 or 2 Petite planners, you could really keep everything in here all at once. Or use it to organize your other planner supplies. You can use them for travel, for keeping in the car, for things that you keep at work. I have been known to put snacks in mine when I take it with me. I love the functionality of having multiple bags, but because they are all attached, they stay together, they don't get lost. I don't feel like I have to dig around in my purse trying to find them. So I'm really happy with this. And again, I love the canvas. I think the canvas is a really nice upgrade. And going along with that, we also have the planny pouch. This one is so pretty. I've probably said 100 times how much I love this EttaVee pattern, but it's just so pretty. So this is one of the new ultimate planny packs. So it has the pocket here on the front. It used to be on the back behind the elastic. And the zipper goes around 2 different sides. Inside of it, you actually have some other pockets that you can use to keep things a little bit more organized. I like this too because it keeps things from falling out since it is open on the side as well. It's easier to see what you have in here and pull out what you want because of the extra open space, but I really think these pockets are necessary for keeping everything in so that every time you open it, it doesn't just all fall out. So that is the new planny pack. And then one of my favorites is definitely the snap-in bookmarks. I love these. I kind of have an obsession with them. I own way more of these than I could ever hope to ever be able to use. And I do plan to continue collecting all of the designs because I love these. These are probably one of my favorite planner accessories ever. What I love about them so much is that they make it so easy to find a page that you're looking for. And I think I talked about this with the new customizable dashboards with the top tabs on them, that these are a little hard to use when you first get a new package of them, but as you use them over time, they kind of break in and they're much easier to snap in and out. But the reason I love these so much is because it gives me a divider at the top of the page that I can easily turn to, but they don't take up room on your page. They're not covering things. They're really easy to move between your weeks and different pages that you want to mark. And I just use these all the time. I think these will forever be one of my favorites. And look how pretty all of these are. So I'm always so excited to see more snap-in bookmarks because I just love these. And then along that same line is the new dashboard. I think these are so good for adding extra planning space into your planner. You have a weekly layout here, so this would work really well with the daily duo if you just wanted an overview of your week. And then on the front, you have a space for priorities. It's just lines and then a to-do list. Now, one thing I do want to say that if you plan to use these, I recommend using wet erase markers, not dry erase markers, so that the marker doesn't wipe off on your page. I'm going to move this out of the way. Okay, so my new favorites are these. They're wet erase markers, but they're almost like paint pens. I love the color of these. So there's a white one, and I'm just gonna do general little lines so that you can see what they look like. This is like a coral or a pink. And I'm not going very slow, and so they're not coming out as pretty as they would if I was going slow. But I just want to give you a general idea of how they look. They're so opaque. I just love how bold those colors are on here. I actually really love using this white one and writing on something that has like the colored background. It's just a little bit different than what we're normally used to seeing. Okay, and then these are some of the regular wet erase markers. So there's the blue. Here's purple, which is actually kind of like a pinkish purple. Gray. And red. So those also show up really well on it, even though it is the purple background. But wet erase markers are definitely what I recommend using on something like this, as well as on the inside of the covers of your planner. And then another bookmark that we have is the magnetic bookmarks. These are a fairly new product, but they have had them for a little while now. And they're really strong magnets. Like you can see, it's a full sheet of magnets on the inside. And what it does is it will snap over some of your pages so that you can use it as a bookmark, and it also gives you that extra planning space. Just like that. And one thing I actually would recommend is if you're going to use these, use it on quite a few pages. I think the magnet is too strong and the whole bookmark is too heavy for just one page, but you could easily get like a pretty large chunk of pages. See, and that magnet is still strong enough to hold all of those pages together. These are another really good option, especially if you're using a planner that's not coiled like the Petites or the softbound planners. This can be a really good bookmark that also gives you just that extra planning space. And you can also use the dry erase markers on these as well, and it will just wipe off with a little bit of water. And then the last three things that I have, I'm actually going to kind of group them together. So first off, we have the washi, the new washi, and I have a swatch of these that I will show you in just a minute. I love that they started coming out with these in sets of 4. These grid ones are some of my favorites, and I love the metallic on it. And then you always get 2 that are more similar to the pattern that is coming on the planners. So this is the Inspire pattern for both of these right here. So we have like a warmer one and then this cooler tones one. If I can get it off. Okay, there we go. And I'm a huge fan of washi tape, and so I always like using these to decorate my planner. And kind of like I said with the stickers, how I like having stickers that match my planner theme, I love that they make washi tape that matches the planner theme too. There is also 2 more sets of washi tape that they're releasing. One of them is for Wildflowers, and the other one is for the Focus collection. So if you are also a fan of washi tape, I would definitely check out those 2. Next up is another thing that I feel like we have been waiting for a while. And this is the new gel pen. So it comes in this pretty box, and it just slides in and out. So it's a little bit different than the boxes that they used to use for their designer pens. If you remember, this is the In Bloom pen from last year, and this just has like a twist to it. And this one you actually just remove the cap. But the main difference about these that I am so excited about is that in the past, these have always been a ballpoint pen, which I love these pens. I think they're beautiful. I'm just not somebody who will use a ballpoint pen very often. And I'm sure it's been in the works for a while, but they finally were able to get us a really nice gel pen. And this pen actually has a really nice texture to it. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it's actually lined with kind of a vegan leather type material. So it has a really soft feel to it, which I really love. And last of all, we have a new set of the Writing Tools Variety Pack, and these ones have the colors that match the EttaVee design. So when these first came out, I was actually a little skeptical because I was thinking, why would you need the same color in 3 different tips? But I have actually been getting a lot of use out of the other ones. I have both of the other sets, the In Bloom and the Harmony Colorful, and I really like them. So I've always been a fan of the dual tip markers from Erin Condren, and these are pretty much the same thing as those. They have a thinner tip on one side, and then the other side is more of a bold tip. And so I've always loved those. So this is just really fun to get new colors, and I love that they match the new designs. And then all of these ones have the chisel tip. So it's the exact same colors, just with a different tip on the end of it. And I love using these for highlighters. The only thing that's a little odd is there have been a few dark ones in there. And so these ones are actually kind of hard to use as highlighters, but there are other things that you could use them for, and they are really pretty colors. This is a really pretty dark blue, which leads me to where I swatched everything out. So you can see here, these are the new marker colors. They also have a set that goes with the Wildflower design, so I plan to get that one too. I just love all the new color options. And then of course here we have the new washi tapes. I think they look much better swatched out like this than they do on the roll. Sometimes on the roll it's hard to see what they're actually going to look like, but I think they turned out really pretty when they're on the paper. And the one thing that did kind of make me sad is that the gel pen does not write the best. It might just be mine. It kind of feels like, you know how pens come with that little protective tip on it? I peeled that off, but it kind of feels like there might still be some there. Like that's kind of the feeling I get when I write with it. And when I go slow with it, sometimes it writes better, but it's just kind of a little inconsistent. Like you can see right here. And see, now it didn't even write at all. But right there, how it's a little bit thinner. So when it writes, I really like it, but I'm just not finding it super consistent, which makes me really sad because I wanted to love this pen so much, and I think it's so, so pretty. And I hope it's just mine. Some of the other ones may be just fine, but I tried it for quite a while and just couldn't make it work consistently. So that was a little disappointing. But I'm really happy with these other markers. I think they are just really pretty, and the washi tapes, of course. But I wanted to make sure to swatch all of those out for you so that you could see them in better detail. So launch day for all of these new products is April 24th for EC Insiders and April 25th for the general public. But if you have not purchased from Erin Condren before and want to sign up, I have a link below for $10 off your first order. And in addition to that, I will have links to all of these products in the description on launch day. I will include a link to the sneak peek page on Erin Condren's website if you want to go check that out too for more details and to see some of the other layouts and options that they have. And then as soon as all the products are live on the website, I will put them in the description below so that you can find easily what you're looking for. And if you have any questions about any of these products or about the launch in general, go ahead and leave me a comment below, and I will either answer it with what I know, or I can get an answer from the Erin Condren team for you. And if you want to see more planner videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. And for everyone who has stayed this long, I have another little surprise for you. In the description, I will have linked a printable wish list that you can fill out. It will just help you keep track of all the things that you want to buy on launch day. It has a list of all the new accessories and space to put which planner you're choosing, all of that fun stuff. So there will be a link to that in the description below if you want to go check that out too. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful for you in deciding what you want to get and just seeing all the details of these new life planners and the accessories. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.